Hello everyone. Welcome back on my YouTube channel Ahida Zone. I feel so pleasure to introduce today's topic that is on our very profound and important Indian writer, that is Rabindranath Tagore. I was just waiting to be all of you to connect on my online video. I was hoping that all of you are fine. I hope that you will doing well. So let's, I think, move to our topic, which is should be very interesting. Uh, it's very important topic for the students of literature that uh, we will read Rabindranath Tagore as a writer of English literature and a writer of literature. But with this thing, he was also popular as educational list. So, in this video, we will discuss his educational outlook and his philosophy of life. So, for that note, we are going to discuss about his philosophy on education. Okay, so don't wasting time. We'll continue. Yes, students. First of all, we have to deal with the introduction of Rabindranath Tagore. Most of you know about Rabindranath Tagore's birth, and we all know that he was a great Indian writer. Let's know more about him. Rabindranath Tagore, who was born in 1861, died on 1941, was an renowned poet, philosopher, writer, and educator. Yes, students, he is very popular among the philosophers, writer, and as an educator, as well as a poet. He was very famous because of the Nobel Prize that he won in 1913 for his literature. That he wrote a book which names Gitanjali. Yes, which is really very important and very you can say knowledgeable also. Gitanjali, which second name is Song Offerings. Yes, it's a fact, very important fact for all the literature students that Gitanjali, the work of Rabindranath Tagore, also known as Song Offerings, a free verse translation of his Bengal poetry based on medieval Indian religious melodies. Rabindranath Tagore's ideas and pedagogical philosophy are incomparable and unprecedented. Yes, students, Rabindranath Tagore's pedagogy and his ideas of philosophy regarding education and life are very important and incomparable. And it was not compared to any other's views. So, regard from his most important poems, Rabindranath emphasizes the key issues, the independence of thinking and speech, active communication, expression. So, this is about our famous writer, that is Rabindranath Tagore. So, basically, in this video, we will discuss Rabindranath Tagore's thinking about education, first of all, and later on, we will discuss some on his philosophy, which he, you can say, make or established in during his life. So one point that is very important for us, I want to make it, that he foresaw a holistic education profoundly grounded in an individual's culture and environment. So and related to the broader world. So basically, Rabindranath Tagore's motive is to define a culture and an environment, or in a broader term, the broader world, in which an individual or a child would prefer to gather the education which goal is holistic. So रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर कुछ ऐसी सोच और ऐसी व्यूज हैं जो है ना वो रखते थे in order to have holistic education. Holistic education means when an institution or the schools or the colleges of one country or one culture was profoundly gathered to make very big and you can say the invisible changes in the individuals and the children's personality by influencing all the textures of a person. That is, it should be mental development, also physical development, spiritual development, creativity, etc. So this is the point of view of Rabindranath Tagore. And one thing more which is important about Rabindranath Tagore, you can note down, that is naturalism. He was a profound believer of naturalism. He believes in the theory of naturalism. He was a very profound writer of nature. He believes that nature have all the answers of our problems. How? Let me tell you. He believes that nature help us to grow and achieve what we want to achieve. So he was known as a naturalism. I will give you an example. As all most of us know that Rabindranath the owner of Shanti Niketan and Vishwa Bharati, that two institutions he established in order to express his educational ideas and philosophies. So, in these kind of schools, the students are taking their study in the shades of trees and in an open environment. So, this example set by Rabindranath Tagore in order to define his naturalism theory. I hope it will clear to all of you that what is Rabindranath Tagore and what kind of thinking and philosophy he has. Let me discuss about it more further. Okay, so the educational outlook. So we will discuss it now. The educational philosophy of Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, Rabindranath Tagore's philosophy of life is deeply reflected in his educational philosophy. Yes, when we come to know about the educational philosophy that Rabindranath Tagore has gave us, so we are also influenced and reflected by the philosophy of life that he told to us. Processing philosophical thoughts, he is idealist and naturalist. Yes, he firstly he is a very profound writer of as a naturalist, as well as he is a keen observer and you can say the believer of idealism also. Some features of Rabindranath's educational philosophy are discussed below. So, what kind of education philosophy he had? Let's discuss. As I already discussed, he was the founder of Shanti Niketan, a school which embodied his education philosophy, which described the educational philosophy he had. Rabindranath Tagore's educational aims came from his experience, practice, and experiment. So, first of all, we will have to understand that if Rabindranath Tagore give us this educational philosophy, it might have some experience behind it. So, what kind of experience he has? He has a experience during his life, and he got lots of experience experiments there and got a good experience that he that he gives to us and share with us. He believed that education should grow one on physical, mental, and social levels, not just in a book. So this you can say this line should be the quote from Rabindranath Tagore, that he believed that education should grow one on physical, mental, and social levels. So he believes that if you want to develop a person or an individual or a children or a student holistically and properly, so you will have to grow him physically, mentally, and socially. Aims of education according to Rabindranath Tagore are includes. So रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर क्या सोचते हैं कि हमारी एजुकेशन के एम्स क्या होने चाहिए, कि किस तरह की एजुकेशन प्रेफरेबल है और किस तरह की एजुकेशन शुड बी इन फ्यूचर होनी चाहिए. सो उसके करेक्टरिस्टिक्स क्या हो सकते हैं. सो फर्स्ट इज that is self realization. This is very important point, I think. Self realization means when a person realize himself. So हमारी पूरी जिंदगी निकल जाती है और हम खुद को ही नहीं जान पाते, right? So self realization is must according to Rabindranath Tagore. He believes that a humanism is a spiritualism. A human need to understand himself and his spirit, and he had to connect with his spirit in order to become a good soul and good had a good personality. So self realization is must. Second is intellectual development. Yes, this is a very often and easy point, that Tagore believes that children's intellectual development must for the holistic development. Our children's thinking, curiosity, and mental awareness are some part of the individual intellectual development. सो जो मानसिक विकास है इन बच्चों का, दैट इज comes in intellectual development. What is the pace and what is the level of intelligence of a children is included in it. Yes, I hope it's clear. Now come to the third point, which was important according to Rabindranath Tagore. That is physical development. As I already discussed, he believes in physical development of children. He wanted that every child need to be do yoga, games, sports, and any activity he is interested in. Next point is humanity. Tagore believed that universe is one family. So he believes in the idea of brotherhood, that every second person is your brother and you need to uh, live in it. So the this idea of humanity, believes in humanity and brotherhood, is important in his educational philosophy. So education may teach global unity. So he believes in global unity and perfection. Next point is man God relationship. As we discussed, he was a spiritualist and naturalist. He believes in spirituality. He believes that a person's connection with his God is very preferable and important. So he believes in man God relationship. Yes. Next is freedom. He was adding this point, freedom, in order to discuss that a human need a proper freedom. In this way he can get a good education and knowledge. So freedom is the first and the foremost, you can say, belief of every person and a human or someone who is alive. So freedom is must. Education builds character and explores human potentials. Okay, so next point is correlation of objects. Tagore thought a peaceful world could not be possible when there is a correlation between man and nature. So, as he believes in the spirituality and he believes that a person's spirit deals or connect with God, he also want similarly that a person need to be connected with his nature and the objects around him. Next is medium of instruction. Rabindranath Tagore believed a children's language is the best medium for self expression. So he believed in the mother tongue system. So he included this point in his educational philosophy. Next work is a moral and spiritual development. Rabindranath Tagore stressed moral as well as spiritual development in school. Moral education and spiritual education develop the whole person more than bookish knowledge. So, with this note, we will understand he believes in a practical education more than um bookish knowledge that we get in schools. So he think we will learn more when we practice, or we you can say bother that thing in our practical life. Next, or the last point is social development. So, Rabindranath Tagore believes we need to give that kind of education which is you can say helpful in developing a person socially. So he gives the no quote, service to man is service to God. So he declared here that we need to be very bondy with our social relationships. So education develops personality and social character to make people worthy. So these are the important aims of education according to Rabindranath Tagore. I hope these are clear to all of you. Yes, if you have any query, then you can comment me on the comment section also. Okay, next point, that is method of teaching and Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, our renowned writer Rabindranath Tagore also gives us some methods of teaching which are preferable in order to get these aims of his education philosophy. Yes, so Rabindranath Tagore felt education should depend on the individual's personality, background, interests, needs, experiences, attitudes, skills, and mental capabilities regarding the best way to educate a child. So रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर सोचते हैं कि जिस पर्सन को, इंडिविजुअल को, चिल्ड्रन को हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, उसकी पर्सनैलिटी, उसका बैकग्राउंड क्या है, उसका इंटरेस्ट क्या है, उसकी नीड क्या है, और उसकी कैपेबिलिटीज़ क्या है, उसी हिसाब से हम उसे उसे क्या है एजुकेशन देते हैं. Same as he also criticized the education system of our day, calling it कि हमारा जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है वो बुकिश हो गया है, मैकेनिस्टिक हो गया है, स्टीरियोटाइप हो गया, बोरिंग है, अनइंस्पायरिंग है, कोई एक्टिविटी नहीं है. यू कैन से वन एग्जांपल आई विल गिव यू दैट कि हमारा जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है वो मोस्टली बेस करता है लेक्चर मेथड पे, है ना. सो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर क्रिटिसाइज ऑल दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. ठीक है. He emphasized the following method of teaching in Shanti Niketan. So we will take this example. In his school Shanti Niketan, he emphasizes some method of teaching which we are discussed now. So the first point is activity method. Yes, students, Rabindranath Tagore advocated using the activity method of education because he believed it to be crucial for developing body and intellect of a child. So, activity is very must in education. So, स्कूल वी कैन से जो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर हैं वो ये सोचते हैं कि बच्चों को एक्टिविटी करके पढ़ाना चाहिए, और उनकी जो स्टडी है उसे भी कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज़ में कन्वर्ट करना चाहिए, ताकि वो जो लर्निंग है वो भी अच्छे से हो जाए और उन्हें कुछ उनकी जो बॉडी है वो भी एक्टिव रहे. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ education system he want. Okay, so next point is education through excursion. Rabindranath Tagore didn't value textbook education and preferred teaching while traveling. The standard classroom setting was something he opposed. He claimed that learning can occur without direct connect with the natural world. So what kind of education Rabindranath Tagore believes in? He believed that a person need to be connected to the nature and the outdoor environment in order to get a good knowledge and education. So this is the idea that Tagore gives. He hopes to learn such as walking, climbing, and swimming. So according to him, having uh, trips, tours, and outer experience will add to your the understanding and experience of a person, the education. So this is the second point, which is related to first also. All. Next point is debate and discussion. Rabindranath Tagore's school organized narrative discussion and debates events to help people hope for their public speaking skills. The students were urged to use the reasoned arguments and in-depth discussions to find answers to difficulties in various subject areas. So Rabindranath Tagore gives another way of teaching, that is debate and discussions. So these kind of teaching having lack in our today's education system, so he want to include it. And last and not for the least, very important point, that heuristic method. Most of you have heard this, I hope. Rabindranath Tagore used to heuristic approach as central to his school's curriculum. So अपने स्कूल के करिकुलम में वो ह्यूरिस्टिक जो मेथड है टीचिंग का उसे इंक्लूड करते हैं. सो व्हाट इज इट, लेट्स डिस्कस. In this approach, students are encouraged to express their confusion about a specific subject through questions, and teachers are asked with providing satisfactory answers. So, same as the addition method. So, in Rabindranath Tagore ये चाहते थे कि students को proper encouragement हो कि वो अपने जो queries हैं, questions हैं, वो पूछ सकें अपने टीचर से, और टीचर भी अपना जो सेटिस्फैक्ट्री आंसर है वो उन्हें दे. सो इन दिस वे we can have a healthy education system and healthy teaching learning method. The teacher next has the students assess each other's understanding of material covered in class. This strategy relies on hands-on experience to impart wisdom. Rabindranath Tagore was unwilling to memorize the course materials. So, in this way, Tagore want to um, describe the aims of education he had. I hope you will understand these topics very importantly. We will discuss the aims of education as well as some teaching methods which was suggested by Rabindranath Tagore in his philosophy of education. Next is curriculum and Rabindranath Tagore. So, what kind of curriculum and activity system, or you can say uh, syllabus according to Rabindranath Tagore. He strongly disagreed with the prevalent British education system, which he saw a dull and uninteresting, one-sided, academically focused and disconnected from the real world. So real world education है या real world teaching वो किसे समझते हैं. He want कि डिस्कशन हो, डिबेट हो, इंटरेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज़ हों between the teacher and the student. So this should be the real learning according to Rabindranath Tagore. His lessons were adaptable, interactive also, and child focused, designed to foster growth in each student's character. So इस तरह के कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ हों कि एक स्टूडेंट की करेक्टर की ग्रोथ के लिए वो सजेस्टिव हों. एक चाइल्ड है और या फिर स्टूडेंट, उसे फोकस में रख के कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ रखी जाएँ ताकि चाइल्ड की जो डेवलपमेंट है, होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट है, वो हो सके. सो दिस शुड बी द एम ऑफ एजुकेशन अकॉर्डिंग टू रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर. By incorporating elements from both Eastern and Western pedagogy and the study of nature and human nature, he has created a comprehensive education plan. So, in all his saying, are the most important things that he discussed. I hope you will get a good idea of it. If you have any query, and then you can comment me in the comment box. Mm, for today, thank you so much. And with that note, in the end, I was hoping that you are enjoying my videos and get good knowledge about it. So, If you like my videos, then do subscribe to my channel and share with your friends who need it. Thank you so much. Bye bye.